Hey guys and gals, how you doing today? How are you doing today? Just give me a sec, guys. Bear with me. Um, ugh. Just want to make sure we're okay on the stream. And then we'll get into this. Just give me testing, testing. Ugh. Bear with me. I think we're okay. All right, how you doing? Thank you for hitting the play button. Let's just get into this, okay? That's why you clicked, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay, bring this up here. What is Universal Render Pipeline? Okay, this is for those of you that are creators that are using Unity software. Now, Unity has a new version out. It's Unity 6. I'm currently using version 2022.3, which is awesome. So some of us, that want to create, make your own games, game design. We have a lot of things we have to think about, guys. Kind of before you even, like, you can play around and learn and everything. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's say you want to release a game, okay? Maybe you're particular about which render pipeline that you're using, okay? So let's get into this, right? Maybe you want to get that all set up before you even start. And that's sort of kind of what you want to do anyways. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, let's talk about something first. All right, well, obviously, when you're doing game development and creation, you have a design window, and then you can actually run it and then have a look at your what the user would see, the end user would see if they were actually playing the game. So you can kind of create your game, run it quickly, have a little look, test, do testing and such. So basically that's it, right? So you need a way to kind of render from your your game creation window to the actual playing of the game. So there's rendering going on, right? It has to do with graphics. We're talking about graphics here, guys. Okay, so originally, so like I'm saying here, originally you have to have something, right, to do all that. Okay, so Unity had what was called, or is called, it still exists. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. We'll just talk a little bit about it, or at least I'm going to try to. So I hope you have some time and some patience. Okay, built-in renderer. Oh my god, another word I can't say. Just awesome. Let's go. Oh, should we drop in the big yays? I think so. We need the big yays for that one. Do I have the big yays? Here we go. Yes, I do. Let's go.
Black Friday is on.
And of course, why not? Throw in a commercial. Of course you will. All right. Well, I don't know what I did there, but I totally just skipped that commercial, and it was awesome. It even deserves another yay. Some of you that are watching YouTube, like videos such as this, might get, random commercials before, as soon as you click play. I don't know what I did, but I totally just yeeted that commercial. Yeeted. All right. Awesome sauce. Let's go. That felt good, actually. Okay. Continuing on. So built-in render pipeline. It's basically the original what was used for rendering and such with Unity. Okay. So let's just call it the original. Okay, it's the original. Okay, so there's actually three kinds of render pipelines, and on the screen you can see one called Universal Render Pipeline, and that's what we're going to talk about. So technically this is the second one. Okay, URP. All right, built-in is the original. Now I'm getting into this, guys, so that we can have a clearer and better understanding. Okay, so what is built-in render pipeline? Let's see. Okay, what? Okay, the Universal Render Pipeline is a multi-platform renderer solution built on top of the Scriptable Render Pipeline (SRP) framework. Okay, with scalability, customizability, and a rich feature set. URP, so we're gonna, I guess, get into URP a little bit. URP offers you creative freedom in any type of project, from stylized visuals to physically based rendering. Now, what is built-in render pipeline? Okay, the built-in render pipeline is a general purpose rendering tool that displays a scene's contents on a screen, right? Kind of what I was trying to explain earlier, right? You have your design window, right? There's not much action and stuff going on. It's just the design area that you're working in. And I will bring up Unity so you guys can see that. Okay, so it's the default setting. So this is the first one, right? The original that I'm talking about. It's the default setting in Unity and is designed to be versatile and compatible with a wide range of devices and platforms. Okay, so basically it's pretty basic, but it's what you need to be able to run your game, and just, you know, while you're testing and such, you need a way to check it out yourself, right? And then when you actually create and build and release a game, well, obviously it's going to need that as well, right? So that the end user has a way to view and play the game, right? It's all rendering and graphics, really, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna just bring this up on the screen so that we can save some time. I typically kind of get into too much reading, but here we go. You can pause it and read it. So here are some features of the built-in render pipeline. So again, this is the original, and then we're gonna get in this stream or videos about the Universal Render Pipeline, URP for short, and then we're gonna talk about the high def render pipeline. So I'm gonna do a video on that as well, guys. Okay, so Universal, let's get into this then. Okay, so the built-in, now I don't know why I had that there. Control X, you know what, Control Z, good enough. So Unity's built-in render pipeline is the bedrock upon which many projects have been built. Okay, guys, so like it's the original, right? The original. So there are a lot of games in that out there, you know, mainly for mobile or Switch, possibly PC, you know, nothing high end though. Consoles, based on the built-in framework. Okay, so it offers a straightforward approach to rendering. I'm just gonna scroll this up for you guys. Approach to rendering, providing reasonable performance across the spectrum of hardware configurations. Okay, so you know it does its job. It's enough to, you know, be able to visually see something on the screen, right? So, but URP is the best overall pipeline in Unity for general purpose. Okay, so let's say maybe, I don't know, you create a project. I imagine, and this is kind of what I'm trying to get in my head as well, when you initially create a project, which I'm going to do, hopefully it'll be quick, I'm just going to run something new and something quick, not get into too much details, but I'll show you guys the setup. All right, if you don't want to listen to the details and such that I'm explaining here, you guys can skip forward, right? Appreciate you checking out the install process. All right, so we'll see you there. All right, let's continue. Okay, so obviously the built-in is the default. It still is perfectly valid for making your games. It has optimizations for both PC and mobile. Okay. Again, many developers choose to still use it, right? And it's mainly because they're familiar with it, right? And plus, it still has tons of support, right? Granted, that would make sense, right? But slowly it's getting phased out. Okay, it's it's kind of a one size fits all approach. When we're talking about kind of medium graphics and high-end graphics, right? We'll get into that, but it was trying to kind of do the best of both worlds. All right, in a sense. So side note, you can actually create your own render pipeline, but we're not going to get into that, and that's typically written in C#. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a link to the video because some of my research comes from another channel, some of it, and then I'll put that video in the comments for you guys. Okay. So what is URP in Unity? Okay, that's our next question. We are trying to get a better understanding here, okay, guys and gals, so that we have it straight in our head. Okay, URP, let's get into this, okay? So I'll scroll up a little bit here, okay? This is unity.com, SRP Universal Render Pipeline, okay? All right. The Universal Render Pipeline is again, so now we're talking about the second, so you can use the built-in. You have a choice, all right? You have choices. You could just go with the standard basic original render pipeline called built-in, or you could choose to kind of, level up. I guess it's more advanced, okay? In regards to the code, it's a bit better. Right, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know, without trying to over-explain it. Okay, slightly better. Let's just say that. Okay, so it's a multi-platform rendering solution built on top of Scriptable Render Pipeline SRP framework. So the SRP framework, right? That's why it's kind of in that category, SRP here. With scalability, customizability, and a rich feature set, URP offers you creative freedom in any type of project, from stylized visuals to physically based rendering. So basically it's kind of like developers, they create games and that, and they want to have like customization with kind of the graphics in regards to whatever they're doing with their game, right? So they want something a little bit better. And this is where URP comes in, okay? Can you add 3D URP in Unity? Yes, you can, okay? URP, 2D, 3D, right? So it's meant for mobile and Switch developers, okay? Has great graphics. Now we're talking about URP here, the second one, guys. An ability to launch or to publish to any platform of their choosing, okay? So this is the great thing about URP. It's a lot more widespread in regards to which gaming media that you're using, okay, or platform. Mobile performance for mobile or Switch. You'll see cartoony type games, you know what I mean, like 2D cartoony type games. URP is great for that. You're not having to worry about rendering high quality graphics, and that's when we're gonna talk about HDRP. Okay, guys, HDRP. Just to give you an idea, I'll do another video on that and a setup. It's more designed towards higher end graphics. Okay, so we're talking about higher end performance platforms or systems. All right, HDRP. Okay, let's get back to URP. All right, new features. Okay, so URP it covers best of both worlds, graphics and performance. Okay, that's bottom end. What's kind of why it's been created. All right, more advanced built-in, if you will. Developers. Let's see. Okay, new features. Better post-processing effects. Okay, so you might as well get used to that word, post-processing. We're gonna research a little bit more into that as well, guys. Okay, what is? Well, I'll do a feature video on that. What is post-processing? All right. There needs to be more research on this and such, and information out there on the old interweb. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully, this is kind of early on explanation. Again, built-in is slowly being phased out. So the future is more towards URP and HDRP. Okay, guys? Okay, so what else? So URP, better post-processing effects, and a built-in shader graph. Okay, it's a better version of the built-in render pipeline, right? Which I've been kind of trying to say. All right, developers are slow to transition to it, right? Because of course, built-in has more support. It's been around the longest. It's the original, right? Granted. So for URP, support is low and limited. So that's what I'm trying to do here, right? Trying to myself give you guys more support. I'm willing to put in the time and research and learn. So assets on the asset store also, right? Hasn't had a chance to catch up yet. So a lot of the assets on the asset store are not compatible with URP nor HDRP. So if you are trying to download assets from the asset store, guys, beware. Read the notes. Okay, that's a little bit of a tip for you. Scroll through. Don't just click and go, oh, this looks nice, and then just download it, right? Let me scroll the page here so you guys can read a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, yeah, asset store, right? Read the information. Make sure whatever you're going to download from the asset store is compatible with what you're doing, okay? Right? Standard. Now, we have to confirm this, but I'm going to start a brand new 3D project. I haven't done a 2D project yet, but I imagine it's no different. But we're going to see what the original, when you start a brand new, fresh project in Unity, what's it using? Is it using built-in or is it using URP? Okay, so we're going to try to answer that question today. Okay, most of them support the built-in render pipeline still, right? We're talking about the assets on the asset store. Again, check for compatibility, guys. Read the notes a little bit. Okay, just because it looks all shiny and they put up a nice shiny flashy picture doesn't mean that's the end result that you're gonna get, right? Okay, so what is the disadvantage of URP in Unity? Okay, let me check my stream here, make sure we're okay. I'm all worried about I'm all worried about my mic cutting out on me here. here, make sure we're okay. I'm all okay. Good. We're awesome. I could drop the big yays again, I guess. All right. So I'm gonna scroll again. Okay. Where are we? So I'm doing that. That's for you guys for a visual while I'm doing this video. Okay. Let's see. Disadvantages of URP in Unity. Okay, so it might not be actually be faster than built-in, right? You gotta think of, like, I don't want to say bad things about built-in. Built-in's still great, right? The code and whatever it needs to do, still does its job, and it's still, for what the end user needs to see, right? It still looks good. Okay, so it's not trash. All right. But it's going to be a little bit faster than URP because it's not doing as much processing as URP would be doing, right? Right? There's a balance, guys, between what are the two words we're using? Graphics and performance, right? That's the key. That's the difficult thing, guys. Okay? When someone's writing the code, is getting that balance between graphics and performance. It's hard to have both, all right? So you guys need to understand, it's not easy, right? Doing that code and trying to please everybody, but they're doing their best, so you have to give them still a good standing ovation, okay, for their efforts. It's getting there. Okay, so built-in might be a better option since you can upgrade to URP later, right? So you can do that. Built-in has better support from the asset store. Again, we mentioned that. Built-in might have more features like enlighten, post lights, just add in tech release, etc. Okay, so we're talking. That's just you want, the basics. Okay, maybe you're building a game that's cartoony. Maybe you're building something that isn't high-end graphics. Okay. That's what you would have to use, guys. That's why we're talking about this. So so that you have an idea. What am I supposed to use in regards to rendering? Okay? And if you're not trying to release anything that's so high-end graphics or GPU demanding, GPU being, another word for graphics card, right? Not everything has a graphics card. PCs, that's the greatest thing about PCs. Okay, they have a dedicated graphics card. A lot of things people need to understand if you're buying laptops or smartphones or consoles and that, they don't have their own dedicated graphics card. Okay, you guys, it's all built into the CPU. All right, it's called, there's a term for it, I don't want to make fun of the consoles and all that, but people like that stuff. It's all lower end technology and it has better mobility. You can get around, you could take your console to your friend's place or whatever, it's just even same thing with laptops. Okay, I think laptops will have a graphics card, but again, it's nothing super high end. Okay, guys? All right, so let's just carry on. I don't mean to get on a tangent. Overall, URP provides a modern, efficient, and customizable rendering pipeline. Okay? I'm just going to scroll again here. That caters to a wide variety of development needs, making it a popular choice for Unity developers. Okay? Looking to balance performance with high quality visuals. Okay? You could be a Unity developer too, guys, right? I'm just a solo gig here myself, learning and grinding, and not every place is a large corporation or team, right? It's free, guys. It's there for you. Okay? The industry needs you to learn. You might be that one diamond in the rough that they're looking for. That's why the software is free. Okay? All right. So let's see. Did I finish that? I don't know. Let's just go over it again quickly. URP provides a modern, efficient, and customizable rendering pipeline that caters to a wide variety of development needs, making it a popular choice for Unity developers. Okay, I probably did read it. Looking to balance performance with high quality visuals. Okay, so the quality or graphics is a bit better visually, right? It still is superior, better built pipeline when compared to built-in render pipeline, as you know, when you're comparing it to the original. Okay, how to convert Unity material to URP. So we're going to get into that. We're going to show you. That's why I'm doing this video. We're going to go through the setup steps, guys. Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about it, right? So you have a better understanding instead of just, here's how you click this button. Here's how you click that button. This is where you go. Let's get educated a little bit. Let's go! Okay, so Unity provides an automatic material upgrade tool accessible via edit, render, pipeline, blah, blah, blah. We're going to hopefully click that link and do that. This option will attempt to convert all materials in your project to be URP compatible. All right, installing. Let's go. I should get a project going though. Okay, I'm gonna put this link for you guys as well. I know I meant to scroll through it a little bit sooner. Okay, there's only one. I mean, you can pause it and read it and that, but I'll scroll up a little bit here. I'll put this link in the comments for you guys in case you want to check it out. Sorry, I need coffee. Okay, so let's move this. I'm going to save that so that I make sure I don't mess up. Okay, so we're going to install here. Okay, and same thing. I'll try to have this link as well. docs.unity3d.com. Okay, Unity does have a setup. Okay, but I'm going to explain something here quickly, guys. Okay. All right, so we're done reading all that. Okay. Right, that's the other thing. What is URP used for? Well, URP allows you to deploy your projects on over 17 platforms, from VR and mobile devices to high-end consoles and desktop machines. Okay? Now, not all PCs are super awesome either, guys, right? There's still low-end PCs too. Okay? You can still have like low grade, medium grade, and super high-end quality PCs. Okay, I'm gonna call mine mid. All right, so we're gonna create a new project. Okay, now here's the thing. So you're asking yourself, okay, see, it's telling you right here. Okay. Myself, I'm learning a little bit more about it too, right? You see words on the screen, you go, oh, okay, 2D, 3D. That's how we are as humans, right? We don't understand. So right here, that's answering our question. Okay, so when you click these, you're initially starting with the original render, okay, called built-in. Okay? Now, 2D and 3D, it don't matter, right? If you notice, this is an empty project. Same thing with 2D. It's an empty project. Okay? Now, I did put... let's see. Okay, I said I was going to do that. Where was that information that I got earlier? Was it this? No. Was it this? No. This? I pasted it into comment, or actually the description of the video. Of course, I didn't. So there's also, just to give you guys a heads up, and I know I haven't got into it, right? Unity, learn.unity.com, you guys, also has a introduction to URP. Okay, so if you want to research and learn more, right, it's there. Create an account, right? You'll be set up. Again, click your version, okay? Okay, and then it'll give you a little bit of an introduction. Okay, LTS is long-term service. Okay, so the information's out there on the good old interweb for you guys. Okay, I know. Check out the description of the video, guys. I wanted to show you all the different platforms that it can be used on. It's in there. I can't find it. I got so many tabs up right now, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. Okay, well, I'm not really wasting. I appreciate you guys being here. I just don't want to, keep talking and rambling on and looking for things and wasting your time, right? Because I want you guys to keep kind of, watching. Okay, so we're going to just start with the 3D built-in one, okay? So obviously, we're going to be starting or beginning with the built-in. So this is kind of a how to upgrade to, let's say you could do 2D or 3D, it's your choice. But we're going to be starting with the original, right? We're going to start with the original built-in render pipeline, and we're going to upgrade it to the URP. Okay, that's kind of what we're doing here. All right, it's going to take a moment to get set up. Let's see if I can find that. Maybe it's in my history. I'll see if I can find it. Of course, my history is 10 miles long. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, I feel like I just clicked that too many times. I found it, guys. I found it. Here it is, okay? Another docs.unity3d.com. More information on the internet. Unity, they spend a lot of time, right? Even their website is giving you a lot of information. Okay? There it is. URP is supported on, again, URP is great. It covers, all the platforms, okay? So if you're a developer, whether you're just a solo dolo or whatever, right? You can create projects for all of these platforms. That's pretty awesome. So good little tidbits for you guys, okay? Because a lot of us, especially, those of you that are looking for videos like this may not know. You might have no idea which one to use because you know nothing about it, right? So I'm glad that you're here and watching, and I'm gonna help. Let's all learn and figure it out. Okay, this is why we're doing it. So again, you can build games for all these different platforms, which is awesome. It really is. Okay, it's all right there. Okay, so URP is pretty solid. Okay, we'll give that a 5-star. Why not? All right, here we are. Okay, so how do you do it? Okay, so what do you do? Really, it's the setup, guys. I know we're all excited to start creating and learning, and you can. You can just use the built-in, right? So the built-in, this is brand new, fresh. There's nothing going on. My layout is going to be a default layout. Okay, I don't have the terrain tools installed in this one. You kind of got to set that up as well. So a lot of setup in that. Initially, when you're creating projects, first, all the questions you have to ask yourself is, what kind of game am I making, and what kind of graphics do I want to give to the end user? Okay, do I want to give low end, mid grade, or high end graphics? Again, high end graphics, stay tuned, guys. That's jeez, my kid's loud. HDRP. Okay, so we're talking about URP today. Okay, so you want to make kind of a mid-level game, all right, which obviously covers a lot of platforms, okay, or systems. Okay, installing the universal render pipeline. What do we do first? Okay, so you can download, right? Again, when we created this, even myself now, I have a better understanding. When you start a brand new fresh project, you're working with the built-in render pipeline. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here, this is the rendering. So what you see, so imagine you're the end user using this game. So when you run it, that's what you see, right? Built-in just created that visual for us. Okay, that's all part of the render pipeline. Okay, guys? Excuse me, this is just our design area. Okay, I mean, I guess technically it's, you know, using rendering graphics for us to look at it, but regards to playing an end user, well, you kind of need something for it, right? Excuse me, guys. So we have that visual, right? Okay. What do we do first? Okay, you can download and install the latest version of the URP to your existing project. So you already started doing all your designing and that. You can do that, guys. You can still use the built-in. So you're making a low-end, maybe a cartoony type game. Maybe your platform or the customer that you're going for is a mobile or a Switch player, right? You can still do it using built-in, okay? But I think the smartest thing to do is before you finalize everything and release your game, you want to have it set up with URP, all right? So you might as well just do it right from the get-go. All right, so if you don't have an existing project, okay, there is a link for how to start a new URP project from a template. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. URP, okay, here, little notes, guys, this is important. So URP uses its own integrated post-processing solution. Okay, I'm going to put a link here for this, what I'm reading, so that you guys can look at it. There's little, just like Wikipedia or anything, they have text that's highlighted blue. You can click those to go to different areas in the documentation, okay? Lots of good information here, okay? So we have to first ask ourselves, what post-processing version are we using, okay? So let's do that. Let's have a look. So where we go is Window, Package Manager. Okay? And then we have to click. Now I'm using, again, 2022.3. So the layout is, or the dialog box, if you will, is going to have a little bit of different layout or look. Okay? So we're in the project here, but we want the Unity registry clicked. Okay, so we're going to type post processing. Okay, here we go. So the first thing you ask yourself, okay, you ask yourself, am I using post processing? Okay, and here is the answer. Okay, I just searched it in the package manager. I type this right here in the search field, and right here it says install. Okay, so that automatically, and it's pretty obvious, it's not installed. I would actually physically have to install it. But with built-in, I'm gonna assume, do you install post-processing for built-in? That's a good question. I'm gonna do a video on what post-processing is too, guys. Okay, just to get a kind of an idea. Now, I know this is a bit of a long video, but this is important. Okay, we all, trying to help the industry learn. Okay, post-processing in Unity is the process of applying image effects to a camera's image buffer before it's displayed on the screen. Okay, now if you're a coder and you understand coding, you know what a buffer is. Okay, so it's buffered. There's an image buffer for the camera. Okay, post-processing. Post means after. Okay, in Unity is the process of applying image effects to a camera's image buffer before it's displayed on the screen. Okay, it's similar to adding filters to a photo and can be used to improve the visuals of a game or project. Okay, and I'm gonna do a video on that, I guess, briefly. I don't know what kind of video we could do, but anyways, hopefully that gives you an idea. Okay, so now getting back to this, guys. All right, I hope you're following along. This isn't one of those internet flashy, throw 1,000 images, flashy, whatever type videos. This is actual learning and understanding video. Okay, I'm glad you're here. All right, because you're awesome if you're wanting to learn and have a better understanding. Okay, this isn't drama and lies. Okay, this is real learning information. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, I just know what the interworld is like. Okay, we're learning about post-processing here, and not what the names of the Kardashians are. That's hilarious. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, do you have post-processing installed? Okay, this is how you find out. Right here it tells you post-processing stack version 2. Okay, it says it right there. Okay, I'm gonna have a link for you guys for this so you can read this. Okay, it's called it's under docs.unity3d.com, and it's titled Installing the Universal Render Pipeline into an Existing Project. We got a fresh, brand new project. And again, this is part of the setup, guys, right? If you're gonna decide to use URP, you might as well just do it right from the get-go. Okay? We all want to build and design too. I know, I do as well. But these details are kind of important to understand. Okay, there's a lot of questions to ask yourself what you need to do for setup prior, because this is for you guys that want to actually create something and release something, You could do it on the Windows Store, you could do it on Steam, you could release any game that you've created. Okay? Yeah, you also have to ask which platforms are you directing your game to, right? A lot of little things to ask yourself. Okay. So here it says, if you have the post-processing version 2 package installed in your project, you need to delete the post-processing version 2. Okay, mine's not installed, so luckily I don't have to worry about deleting it. Okay, deleting it Mine's not installed. I'm not even sure where you would delete that. I would assume it's somewhere in here. It would be there. Okay. Now, sorry that you have post-processing version 2 installed on your project. I don't know how to delete it. Right? You might want to research. Hopefully you can find some good research sites that'll give you the correct answers for that. Okay, again, this is a brand new, fresh project, and it was created initially utilizing the built-in render. Okay. Okay. So, before you install URP, right, you have to make sure it's deleted before you choose to install URP. Okay. Again, if you have the post-processing version 2 package installed in your project, you need to delete the post-processing version 2 package before you install URP into your project. Okay? When you have installed URP, you can then recreate your post-processing effects. Again, URP uses its own integrated post-processing solution. All right, guys? So, URP does not currently support custom post-processing effects. If your project uses a custom post-processing effects, these cannot currently be recreated in URP. Custom post-processing effects, that's a lot of words, I know, will be supported in a forthcoming release of URP. Again, I'm reading an older version documentation, so I'm going to show you guys quickly. Okay, so here's the other thing you need to find out. Okay, we have to ask ourselves, okay, that's the information I'm reading. We have to ask ourselves another question, okay? We need to know something else, okay? It's called installing URP. All right, obviously we don't have it installed. We're utilizing built-in right now, okay? So window, back to package manager. Make sure you're on unit registry, okay? Now we're gonna type in universal. Okay, so this is how we install. I might as well do it. It needs to be done, but I'm gonna do something first. Okay, so version 14.0.11. That's what we need to know first. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, right? So, but I'm going to create a folder. I want to keep it organized. Remember, guys, if you've been following along, be organized. Okay, so I'm going to create a folder called graphics resources, or I could call it rendering resources, or just render resources. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now here we're going to use that. We are going to use that, but first we need to install, right? So let's go back. Oh my goodness gracious, Sally on Sundays. Why is that? Music I'm listening to is playing. For some reason I can't hear it. How is this even a 49-minute video already? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Crazy. I don't know where the time goes, guys. Okay, I'm just trying to be detailed. Detailed videos are longer, okay? Again, this isn't a quick flashy, here's how to type the word universal video. It's more detailed and explained. Okay. I am going to go back here. Okay, there. I couldn't hear any sound, so it was bothering me. What the? Okay. All right. Focus. What a distraction. Okay, package manager, universal RP. Okay, so this is the second thing, the next thing to do. Okay, we got to obviously install it. So this is when you make the decision to utilize universal render pipeline. Okay, you're configuring from built-in to URP. All right, here we go. And no, I don't know the names of the Kardashians. I'd rather have my brain filled with technology or technical intelligent information, not garbage. Streaming, love you, bye. I don't know if that was my kid or what. And again, this is a process, guys. The great thing about YouTube, you can skip forwards, but you might miss out on some information. Okay, that's probably why videos are so short. These little, I don't know, how-to videos. They give you the basic, like, quick information just for the clicks and the views. Swear to God. Okay, this is more thorough, like a thoroughbred. Okay, all right, you're getting thoroughbred quality information and instructional videos, not muskrat. I don't know, that's all I had. Okay, there we go. It's installed. Okay, we have version 14.0.1. Now, I'm going to close this. Now that we made changes, right, I'm going to do a quick Control S. I'm going to exit, and then we're going to just open it again. Okay, let's reload the project. Okay, because we've made changes. Okay, background code things need to be updated. All right, that's how you install URP. Now we have to configure it. Configure it. Okay, there we go. That loaded up pretty quick. So we know it's version 14, right? So here's what I wanted to show you guys. That's why I dragged this over here. Right here at the top, right? Because I'm reading information for Universal RP 7.1. That's obviously old. Okay? So be current. Make sure you're current with what you're reading. Okay? That's why I brought this over, so you can see it. Again, I'll have that link for you guys. This is from Unity. Okay, so we've installed it. Now we got to configure it. Okay, so we got to create the Universal Render Pipeline asset. Okay, that's why I created this folder. Okay, that's what this is for. So we're going to go like this, right click, create. So I created this folder in assets. Okay, we're in our project. This is, again, think of it as the file explorer. Okay, create. What's the next thing? Rendering. Okay, rendering. And we need to create a rendering URP asset with Universal Renderer. Okay, that's what it says. Again, make sure you double check which version URP that you're using and select the appropriate one, right? Again, I'll show you again quickly, because I don't know what you guys are going to have, okay? Again, Check which version you have. Universal. Okay. What version do I have, you ask yourself? Well, that's how you find out. Okay, it's a quick way of finding out. Okay, and then you go here, and then you select this, and you pick your version. Also, I don't know, it has 2023 here, blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna go, I'm going with whatever it says, okay? And mine was 14. Okay, so again, let's do this again. So right click, create. I'm reading the information that it's telling me to do, and it says URP asset with universal renderer. Okay, so I'm clicking that. There we go. It created it. It's inside my render resources folder. Okay, I'm just being organized. Okay, set URP as the active render pipeline. Okay, so now we're actually forcing it. We've only installed it so far, guys. We haven't forced any system changes. I probably didn't need to close and whatever, but we'll do it again. Okay, so if you don't know where your you created one, right? That's why I created the folder. I know where it is, and plus it's a brand new fresh project. We don't have 10,000 folders here to scroll through. Okay, and we don't need to be in this packages one. Okay, well, there we go. Some refresh. Okay, so I know where it is because I created this folder. But let's say you didn't know where it is. Okay, there's a. So you go up here, magnifying glass search. In the Unity documentation, they have a little search thing here called T:\universal render pipeline asset, and that's it. Ends at the T. Says no result. There it is. Okay. This is just showing you, like, if you don't know where it is, it tells you right here. Okay, that's the path. The path. Okay, there we go. I clicked it and it went right to the path. Okay, that's how you do it. So now we go edit. Here's where we're making changes. Okay. So we got to go edit, project settings. Okay, and graphics. Click actual graphics. Okay. Right now, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing this must have been updated possibly when we created it. Okay. All right. So right here's what we need to change. Okay. I'm in graphics. We got to change the scriptable render pipeline assets. We got to update this. Okay. In the scriptable render pipeline settings field, select the URP asset. All you need to do is click the little circle. Okay, there it is. It's going to be there. I'm just going to double click. Changing render pipeline. Okay, this is what this is now. We're actually, in fact, changing it from built-in to URP. Okay, boom, forcing the change. Okay, there. Done. And then it should say new universal render pipeline asset. Okay, and then this is optional. Okay, so you can set an override. Okay, this is an override if you want to override things. Okay, so you can go, we're still in it, so it would be edit, project settings, blah blah blah, go to quality. Okay, the quality link. All right. Select a quality level. Well, currently active quality level is ultra. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? But here we could, in the render pipeline asset field, right here, we can also select new universal render pipeline asset. This is for overrides. Okay, guys, there we go. Done. Okay, we've made some changes. We definitely made changes this time. Okay, and open. Just a regular open. I could have waited. I didn't need to do that first. Exit and that. Should have probably just did it after we forced the change. Now we're actually officially converted from built-in render pipeline to universal render pipeline. Okay, there we go, guys. All right, dropping the big yays. Okay, and then there's converting your shaders. So again, going back again, I'll put the link in for you guys. Okay, there's more information for you. Okay, upgrading your shaders. Okay, click back. Converting your shaders. The information's there already. This video's long enough as it is. Render pipeline converter. Okay, so we actually have to, like, we don't have any materials, I don't think, but they need to be converted. That's the other thing that needs to be done. Okay, I guess I should go through this step too. So I think this is the, well, hopefully this, again, if you download assets and stuff, you're gonna have to do this a bunch of times. Okay, you have to convert your materials. Okay, so I'm just gonna click favorites, all materials. So my assumption is, guys, that all these materials are in the project. Okay, my apologies if I seem a little firm, but I still appreciate you still watching the video. You're awesome. I'm in all materials. All I did was click the first one, hold shift. There we go. I selected them all. So now we go to edit, I believe. Just trying to recall off my brain here. Assets. Let me just thinking about this. Window. Is it window? Rendering. Window rendering. No. Whoops. Am I looking for again? Sorry guys, what's up? We gotta convert again. Oh my god. Okay, so there's another way of doing this. Window rendering, hold up. I'm just trying to think of another way I was doing it. I thought maybe it might be here, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be. Anyways, what does this say? Window rendering, render pipeline converter. Okay, that's another way of doing this. Okay, there's that. Okay, this is probably the easier way of doing it. We got to convert all our assets, essentially. Okay, rendering settings. Okay, built to, make sure to select built into URP. Okay, that's what we're doing. Built into URP. Depending on the conversion type, right? So I don't know, they got that selected. They've got them all selected. What else do they have? Do they have read only selected? I don't know. So just to show you guys, okay, where did I click that? Right here at the bottom says render pipeline converter. Okay, that's how I got that. Okay, and then a material upgrade. Okay, we've got that. Animation clip converter checked. Okay. it looks like you can actually click in these. I don't know. I see 0, right? We don't really have anything in here, so I mean it's a fresh, brand new project. So okay, I believe this is another way of doing it. Read-only material converter. What's that? This converter converts the pre-built read-only materials. Okay, it's saying 0. I see nothing but zeros. There's nothing to convert. Okay, but there is a way to convert all your materials here that we can do, but I just can't remember which way it was at. View. Ah, it was down here. That's where it was. Found it. My brain couldn't find it. It's way at the bottom here, guys. Okay, so back to this. All materials. Highlight. You have to highlight all your materials. Edit. Rendering. I found it. There it is. Materials. Convert selected built-in materials. Okay, again, these are all built-in materials being converted to URP. Okay, and that should be it. Okay, and then one here that says in the console, there's a few here that didn't get converted. I don't know what's up. There's no upgrader to convert shader graphics, blah, 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 blah. Again, if you want to learn more about shader graphics, again, I'll have this in the comments. Converting your shader graphics, okay? Render pipeline converter, again, would do that. Okay? Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully that helped. Again, this is kind of what you want to do. Initial setup before you even actually create a project. You're still going to have to do it if you wanted to upgrade. Alright guys, appreciate you watching. I'm going to leave it at that. Stay tuned. Hopefully, yeah, I'm planning on doing an HDRP video as well for you guys. There's a setup process for that as well. Appreciate you watching. Wherever you are, whoever you are, you're awesome. Don't forget, hit the like button. Help out with that old algorithm. Appreciate that. You guys have an awesome day. And Johnny with Whiskey Tango Coding saying take care for now, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace!
Baby, I don't understand this.